All right, today we're going to take a quick look at the Riemannian, I believe that's how you say it. It's a new way of creating chord progressions in Scalar. It's a new, really musical option to do it. Very simple to use. So let's quickly take a look here. We're starting with the new Scalar, so if you open it up, we can go to Scales and we can pick something we want to start with. Maybe we'll go with like an A minor scale today. And so we get our default little chord progression that Scalar gives us really quick, and we can play it. And it plays through one chord at a time, and that's great. So now, though, we can go to the modulation tab right over here and just click that. And we have the arc playing some sounds today. For a slight little difference here, we have spiccatos set up on track 1 to give us some sound. And here we have our little interface, and when you open it for the first time, you'll probably see this as just progression here. And so just click and go down to the new Neo-Riemannian scale or chord progression type. So this is a new system of coming up with chord progressions according to its rules. So we said at the beginning we wanted to create something in A minor, so we click this and we drag it in to this interface here, and it gives us 5 ideas of according to the parallel and lead tone and relative major and dominant and commons, all the way the Neo-Riemannian style, let's say that. So just come up with this. So let's just listen to it. So just click on each one. So A minor, major, F major, C major, E major, G sharp major, and we have this the slash chord root note turned on. So under preferences, show bass inversion types. So that's turned on, so we can see that. That's cool. That's new also. All right, so the great thing about this is, and why it's so easy to use, we start with something we like, which is A minor, and then it gives us ideas. And any of these ideas that we like, say if we like the A major part, the F major, or even this more complex G sharp major root C. So say we want to explore that more. So we start with what we like, we explore and expand upon what we like here by dragging whatever we like down to the next box, which will expand more ideas at the G sharp over here. So we start with what we like, get more of what we like, and more and more. So it's basically just you continue to refine and get more ideas of the the path you want to take. All right, so of course we like the A minor, and we want to have that in our pattern, obviously. Let's say A. Do we like this back and forth? Do we like that back and forth? Yes. So I like that. And then A minor again. And how do we like the exploring ideas and how they play off each other. That might be something to go here and play off of each other there a little bit. And then to end, maybe, let's see, maybe back to the root. Possibly back to the root, but we're going to be looping it, so that'll be fine. And now we can have our DAW play this pattern that we've quickly dragged down and see if it's something we like. And then we'll just, if that's something we like, we can try a little performance with it. So go back to the beginning, turn on our first performance, and let's just start at accento. In fact, I don't like that goes from A minor and then back. This should be the rhythm part here, back and forth rhythm. So we want something different here. I might just try a C major. No, maybe an E major. Let's try the E major there, back from the beginning. Actually, that's not working for me, so let's go maybe let's try that. So we're not going to get too much detail here. We'll be here all day trying to get a nice chord progression I like. But to get back on point here, it's easy to come up with something now. I think this is one of the most musical ways of creating a chord progression, because you're just taking things you like and expanding on what you like. So let's just say, for instance, we do like what we have here, and now we can take it to the next level. We can not only turn on some more sounds to get a richer sound, we can click this edit button down here, and now we can start to edit, as we've done before in other videos, our chord progression, how it's going to play back. So just quickly, we can change up how it's going to play back by having some of the chords go 2 times, double duration. We can add the odd inversion here and there. So we're inverting some of these chords, and now we can play it back from the beginning. Oh, that's a little bit. Let's bring that up too. Start from the beginning. So if this is going to be the rhythm section, of course, I think we would do that totally differently. We would go maybe 0.5, so it's going to be a fast duration to a single duration, then 0.5, and then to a single. This chord here we're going to modify, and I'll show that next, so we might get rid of that or just change that for now. In fact, we might just turn that to a really fast chord. Let's start from the beginning. So that's the beginning of a little rhythm pattern going on here if we were to loop this back and forth. But what we're doing is just refining and making ideas really quick as we go. So the next great part about this is that, say this chord, we do want to expand on that and get other ideas, so we edit the chord. Now we go into another great new part of Scalar, and that's how you can edit these chords by just, clicking on them and edit. If you hit the tab here, it will edit that. So this is the one we want to edit. Just click it on the tab there, and we have. So now we're able to edit every note of that chord that may be a little iffy for us. We're just going to add this, and you can see it update and play that. So from the top. So we may or may not have gotten some interesting there, but the point here is that we can edit every note of the chord, and we can change it on the fly, and we can see what we're getting as down here. See, it's kind of question mark. It may be a questionable chord there. We can make it back to just a C major over E. We can make it even simpler to an E minor. We could change that in any way we like. As complex or as simple as we like, C major 7. And you can study and look at the chords here as it changes, updates live there. So literally can change any part of the chord, make it simpler or really complex. Not only that, we can then hit this button, the velocity button, which now every note in the chord, which this chord now has 4 notes, we can change up how this note is lighter. So if we click at the top, we get a light velocity. Just this note is played with a lighter velocity or a very hard velocity. Light velocity or hard. So in this case, we're going to play the root really hard. We're going to go a little bit lighter in some of these other notes. And now we're going to play that from the top. So endless ideas here of what you can do. And of course, at any time, you can change to the next performance to get even a fresh look at it. And we can turn on voice groupings. If that went too low, we can say, okay, some of those notes were getting low for our VSTs to play. Some of the VSTs, the low brass here was missing some of the notes because it was so low. Let's say we want it dynamic and up higher, maybe not that high. So now it should play a little better hearing the VSTs. Yeah, so now we got our VST sounds back as the voice grouping has played the notes a little higher. We can also turn on the humanize to get some more variety in our velocity. So a little more dynamic play. Quickly change to a new expression. So much control. It's just, you couldn't really ask for much more. At this point, this tool is just so powerful in the fact that you can not only come up with great ideas quickly, but now you can edit them to fine detail also quickly in a very intuitive interface with changing every note of the chord. And also, I forgot to mention that chord can be inverted easily just by hitting this button up or down. I mean, really a powerful system here. At this point, you just have to almost chuckle at how many ideas and how you can fine-tune your ideas so quickly. You can change the octaves, the semitones, and of course, since we have almost unlimited ability to change our sounds, we can turn on the orchestra, and here's some more dynamics from the beginning. So just an incredible system of sounds and playability and editing all in one neat package with endless amounts of performances, expressions, and now of course we have triplet feels and rhythms and other time signatures. Really, it's hard to ask for more from Scalar, except maybe that they, and apparently they are going to support an expression pedal in the future. So not only that, but you could, continuously adjust your expression amount with your VSTs. That sounds like that's coming in the future also. So yeah, tip of the hat to the Scalar team. It just gets better and better. Hope you got something out of this quick video on showing the new aspects of the chord progression ideas with Riemannian, sorry. Forgive me. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to continue to watch the videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.